guys, this is Jemima and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we're not playing on any server. In fact, we are making a tutorial video like I have been saying in the previous videos. So, let's get into it. We'll be making a tutorial on how to make custom trees, which is something that I've recently started making and I enjoy it a lot. But when I started doing this, I found it difficult to find tutorials myself. There were many videos, but then not all of them were helpful. And especially today's video, I would like to thank other creators because I have taken inspiration from their builds, and it's not entirely one person, it's a bunch of different people's builds that I put together. So, the normal trees in Minecraft, before we get started, are very simple. There's not much of variation. They're mostly green leaves and everything. There's nothing related to the weather. So today's custom tree would be based off like an autumn kind of a thing. So we'll be using the birch wood for our main base of the tree, the trunk of the tree, and we'll alternate it around with bone block and calcite. So basically what I did initially when I started building these trees is, let's make it kind of big, right? So we'll take a 5 block wide thing and we'll do this on each side. So you keep doing this until you get a bigger structure. End up getting something like this, and once you get this, you just build off a layer from inside. Now you cannot enter the insides of the tree, so we just keep it like this itself. This is just so as to get a basic structure to the tree. This and over here, and we'll add more. So just keep doing this until you have a proper base for your bark. Is what we have right now, and it honestly, if you look at the bigger picture of what a custom tree would look like, it does look like the base of the bark of a tree. So now if you want, you could take slabs. I'm using smooth cut slabs because they're the closest I could find. So you just add this over here so as to make it look more better and not just too blocky. You could also add stairs, which I think is also helpful, but not too much of stairs because then it'll just look like it's easy to climb up or something. So we'll add, no, not here. So if you come this side, we could add like a stair over here and more of the slabs, just randomly anywhere. It doesn't have to be any place specific. And this is the thing that I found most helpful with, so that's what I keep continuing to do. Now we move on to the rest of the tree. So once you have this, it looks nice. We won't make too big of a tree, but big enough for like it to look nice. So we'll just make a square kind of a base over here and extend it 3 blocks wide, something like this. It looks blocky, but now is where you extend it out. Now what you could do here is you could make a replica of this down part, this entire down part, but you could make it upside down so that the tree looks nice. Or you could be free to do anything that you want if you have other styles. I will make it look almost like the down part because for the tutorial I think that's basic. So yeah, something like this. And now to make it look more proper, you just add stairs and slabs in random spots. It still does look a little blocky, but I think what we could do is make one side, like make it elevate on one side, so something like this would seem fine. Oh no, I made that too much on one side. I'll just extend it out over here and then I'll be back. I have built the structure so as to tilt towards one side, and by the way, the tree would be something like a weeping willow kind of a thing, but just autumn themed. So what I have done is I have made it tilt to one side, and this is how it looks from all sides. I have just added this area so as to look like it's coming a bit outwards and to add a little more depth to the structure, but not entirely. And it looks like this from all the sides, and it's gonna tilt to my left, and then there'll be the tree, like the leaves and stuff. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the different kind of blocks to the structure so as to make it look slightly better. So we'll just randomly break blocks here and there and add any of these structures. You could use any blocks of your choice. As you can see, now we have added the bone block and the calcite to the tree bark, and it's looking way better. I have added more, there's more of calcite than bone block because of the color, but now we shall continue to build the tree a little more towards this side, entirely because using birch wood also, entirely because I need it to be a slightly more taller. Think this is okay, and now we could shift one more block this side and then build it off. So now it looks nicer, kind of. I do not know what happened over here. Let's break this. Yeah, this looks better, and we'll build it up by one, and then we'll add in the leaves. Just add this, and yeah, I guess for the basic tree it looks fine. Just add these small parts over here. Oops. So it looks much more better and not just blocky. Just add this. We have this for our tree. I have added all the extra slabs and stairs. So for our choice of blocks for the leaves are orange terracotta, orange concrete, orange wool, orange stained glass, and shroom lights, because every structure needs lighting. So now the thing about the leaves is, don't start right on top there. Maybe because we are going for the weeping willow kind of a thing, we could start somewhere here just to build off. We are leaving three blocks gap, and you just build something like this, right? You build a circular thing. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. It could just be of any shape, honestly, as long as it's covering the rest of your tree. I have built a structure that looks like this from top, so it's not a perfect circle, but it is rounded enough. And I did raise it a bit on this side because I said that the tree is tilting towards one side, so I elevated the leaves so on the side that it's tilting towards. Now my tree, like I said, is going to be a weeping willow kind of a thing, so we'll have to build a basic structure of in terms of height. So you just do this. This also doesn't have to be symmetrical. If you want, it can, but not necessarily. So you build one side and then you build the other side as well, and it should look something like this, or however you want it to look. Looks okay to me. And then you build it from this side as well. My tree is gonna look something like this. As you can see, we have a basic diagram of how we expect the tree to look. And now once you have this, to add more of an understanding to how your tree is gonna end up looking, you make a similar thing over here. And we don't want it too thick. We have this now. For now it looks a bit weird, but it's just for your understanding, like I said. Now you build this upwards and you make it like a slanting line that goes up to your center, again for the arrangement and your understanding of how the leaves should come and how they appear. If you guys, by the way, have any suggestions, do leave them in the comment section, because I'm not a pro at building trees. It's just that whatever I have understood from things that I've watched, I'm just putting it in here. If you guys also find it helpful, do leave a like and definitely subscribe for more tutorials maybe. So yeah, so I'm done with the basic structure of the tree. It will look something like this, and we can always extend blocks downwards so as to make it look more natural. So now that we have this, let's alternate blocks with these. So like I said, we'll be using these 5 blocks for the leaves. and we don't have to put them everywhere, but maybe only in certain areas where it would be necessary. As you can see, we have also added in the orange concrete, and it gives the structure a bit of a burst of color apart from this dull looking terracotta. And now we have to add in the wool. uh, as you can see, it's starting to look more very autumny, and you also add in the blocks in a way that they're not too close to each other. If they are coincidentally, then that's fine, but not on purpose, because then it looks too weird sometimes. And also keep in mind that you have to add other blocks as well, so don't entirely fill out. Next we'll add the lights. Now we don't want too much of lights as well, so something over here just to light up the area. I think this looks fine. The rest of it we can further alternate with this, or if you want, actually you could also use orange concrete powder. Not too much of it though. I don't like using much of it because it looks too orange, too weird then. Oops, I didn't mean to place that. Where is that? Over here. And I'll also show you all how the insides will look. So as you can see, it's looking kind of nicer. You can see the tree looks much like a tree, also kind of like a mushroom, but that's fine, it's naturally made. And I have filled in all the blocks with whatever I could find. I also broke some of the initial structure blocks that we built. You just take your main terracotta block, which was your main block, you take these, and I will use end rods because I think they look nice. It could be a little difficult to get, but it's alright. And oh yeah, also use these, not too much because it would look weird then, but something like this. You build these hanging things just to make your build look 10 times better, and you add the slab to it. Yeah, see, it looks slightly more better. We don't have to make them at the same height also. If it happens, it's alright, but if you don't purposely do that, so you do this with the end rods. I think it looks pretty. This also doesn't have to be a specific length, just as long as you want. Randomly, it could be entirely spaced out. It could look, putting it too close together might look weird. So it looks something like this. Very mushroomy if you ask me honestly, but it works for me. I like it. I like how it looks. And I think the tree is complete. If you guys want to add something else, you could always do that. And if you have suggestions for the build, do leave them down in the comment section below. I think it looks nicer from this angle more than that. So if you guys did enjoy the video, do leave a like, definitely subscribe, and for more tutorials, any minigame gameplays or whatever. And I will see you. I hope you have a great week ahead, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye bye.